Hey everybody, Angela Carboni here, coming at you at about noon, 11:57 on Friday. So you guys are probably getting ready for your weekend, or you're getting ready to have your lunch at work and then head home and enjoy your weekend. I just wanted to jump on quickly with you guys today because I've been in a lot of my follow-up with people and stuff like that. I'm hearing a lot of, well, it's just not the right time, for me to be starting a business, or it's just not the right time. Hi, Edward, for me to do this, or, whatever. And so, this isn't just an excuse that people use to not start a business. This is an excuse people use for a lot of things, right? Like, I know, people, young couples, and they're like, well, this isn't the perfect time for us to buy a house, so we're going to wait, or this isn't the perfect time for us to have a child, so we're going to wait until we, we're all situated and we've got the money and we've got our home, and and we can provide a stable life for our children, and whatever it is. And then, like, the perfect time will never come, you guys. It will absolutely never come. There's no perfect time for anything. Things come into your life as they're supposed to come into your life. If you had a child, let's say, that wasn't planned, that was still supposed to happen for you, right? You did something in order to make that happen. Okay, so we're back again to the responsibility side of things, which I was spitting fire at you guys about, a week or so or something ago. Because saying you're waiting for the perfect time is just it's just an excuse to avoid responsibility, is what it is. Because, I know a lot of women who are single moms, right? And in the end, it's sad to say this out loud, but in the end, you chose to have a kid with a douchebag, and you probably knew he was a douchebag before you had a kid with him. So you're still responsible for that, right? So when you start saying, well, it's not the right time, or the economy's not good, or the market's not great, or whatever excuses you're giving yourself, and you're saying it's not the right time, that is just exactly what it is it's an excuse. The right time will never come, you guys. I use the kind of the idea of having, I don't have kids, and I'm not going to have kids. It's not something I'm interested in, but I know a lot of people who have kids, and they're like, well, it's not the right time for me to be putting my child into this sport or into this activity or exposing them to this stuff. And I'm sure some of that is valid. You probably don't want to introduce your kids to too much too fast, but as an adult, you can be introduced to a lot of things all at once. You know what I mean? And have to manage them. That's what being an adult means. Okay. So if you're looking at your life and you're saying, well, I haven't done this yet because of XYZ, right? I haven't done this yet because, I haven't bought a house yet because the market isn't good for me to buy a house. So what you're actually choosing is you're choosing to fill the pockets of your landlord for another month until you think the market is right for you to buy a house. So that's what you're choosing to do. You're choosing to give away money in rent that you could be using as a mortgage payment and actually building some equity with, because you have made the excuse in your head that the market isn't good right now for you to buy a house. I have another friend who, she's got Irish twins, and her kids, so they're 1 year apart basically. And that's what Irish twins means. And hi everybody. I'm not saying hi to everybody individually today because I gotta hurry up here, but when I was talking to her, and she was like, yeah, that's my man's fault. And I'm like, pretty sure, the birth control idea is both of your responsibilities. So it's your man's fault that you guys now have Irish twins. Like, come on, you guys. Like, I mean, I can't believe how much, I just can't believe sometimes how many excuses people will throw in their way. Like, and just, it's like you're striking out before you even hit the plate. If I'm giving you guys any good information, give me some likes, give me some hearts, let me know that you're here, whatever. But this whole idea, it seems to me, I know I have a lot of people coming to me who say they want help, they want change, they want, a new life, they want a better life, they want abundance. And then when I tell them what they need to do, they're like, oh, well, what about this? And what about this? And what about this? It's not the right time. It's not the greatest angle. It's not the perfect thing. And I mean, you guys, that is never going to happen. That is never going to happen. The perfect time, the perfect, person, the perfect thing is never going to happen for you. Okay. It's never going to be the right exact moment in your life where, things come into your life and that's, oh, this came right at the perfect time and we were so happy about it. Most things in life are a surprise. And you know what? That's what makes life. That's what makes life fun to live. You know, if you knew everything that was coming day to day to day, that would be pretty mundane, don't you think? But no, when you're surprised with, oh, your sister's suddenly engaged, or oh, your brother's having a baby, or oh, I'm pregnant, or oh, I'm, you know, whatever. Like, that's what life is. That's what the surprise is. That's what the fun is, you guys. You know, that's the blessing of life, right? So, as I always tell you guys, take stock in your brain. Take stock in what you're thinking about, you know, because if you are thinking, oh, it's not the right time for this, it's not the right time for that, all you're really doing is giving yourself a bullshit excuse in order to delay your taking action in some way, shape, or form, right? That's all you're doing, is you're giving yourself another excuse. And you're not taking responsibility for your life because you're blaming something else. You're saying, well, it's not the best time in the market right now to buy a house. I don't know if it is right now or not. I own, you know, I don't need to buy a house. But you know, if you're saying that to yourself, or it's not the best time for me to start a business. Okay, well, at what point in your life do you want to start being financially free? Because the moment you want to start being financially free is the moment you need to start your own business. Because you're likely not going to get financially free working for somebody else 40 hours a week, 50 hours a week for the next 40 years. You are not likely going to become financially free working a 9 to 5 or 8 to 8 or 7 to 7 or whatever the hell you're doing. Okay. So I've told you guys about the power of now and the time is now before. And I think that sinks in for some of you guys, but I know that for some of you, you're just like, but it's still not the right time. I don't have this going for me. I don't have that going for me. Well, if you have to have all these things lined up perfectly for you to get anywhere in life, you are going nowhere fast. Absolutely nowhere fast. Okay. So you guys, when opportunities come into your life, say yes to them. Just say yes to them and then figure them out later. You know, the moment you say no, you cut yourself off from any growth, from any personal development, from any success, from any abundance, from anything, right? Say yes when an opportunity comes your way. Say yes when, you know, something positive happens to you or a, you know, a positive event happens in your life. You know, just start saying yes a little more than you're saying no to yourself. Start allowing yourself to have an abundant life and feel like you're worthy to have an abundant life. And stop with this idea that the time has to be perfect and all these kind of dominoes have to be set up in this perfectly, you know, symmetrical way and only for, you know, and only if and when that happens are you going to be able to move forward. Like, as soon as, like, it's never going to play out that way, guys. It's never going to play out that way. Life is a surprise. Life gives us surprises. You know, I mean, that's life. So I got to jump off here. I got a busy day today, but I just wanted to put that out there to you guys. So over the weekend, you know, if you're thinking, think to yourself, well, you know, I turned down this opportunity from Angela or somebody else because I didn't think it was the right time. Well, there is no right time. You know, sometimes in life you have to jump in with 2 feet and hold on for dear life because that's what happens in life. I guarantee you, anybody who is successful in their life had to take that leap of faith at some point, had to take that jump in with both feet, had to take that little bit of a risky, you know, make a bit more of a riskier decision than the average Joe, because that's what makes that person exceptional. And that's what allows them to have a abundant life, is because they're willing to take some risks along the way. If you're waiting for everything to be stacked up perfectly for you, you're going to be waiting till the end of friggin' time, guys. So that's my go live for today. Give me some more comments and anything you want to put in here, and I'll read them as soon as I can. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and I love and appreciate all of you, and I'll see you on my next go live. Ciao for now.